Hey everybody, it's me. I want to dive into this real quick because for some odd reason my phone keeps overheating and whatever. So I want to talk about particularly enmeshment and something I recently brought up in a group, and I think it's really important to realize when we first go through estrangement, it is like heck. And that's putting it mildly. It is probably one of the most excruciating experiences for most people. And unexpected, it pulls the wool right from underneath you. You're left devastated. And I remember when both of my daughters estranged, I was a broken record, and it was before the internet. So whoever I could talk to about it, that's all I ever talked about. And couldn't put a tracker on their cars, and I couldn't microchip them, so all I could do was reach out to other people to say, what's going on with my kids, please let me know, please let me know. And topic of conversation was always my children. Even though they were adults, that's what I did. And eventually I realized that it was easier to talk about them than to talk about me, myself, and I, and to finally get the help I so desperately needed for traumas, previous traumas from childhood on up. And after I did that, I started to focus on myself. And I realized, I realized that I realized I needed to do a lot of fine tuning. And after I started to fine tune, I'm going to keep them from fighting, hopefully. Hopefully they won't. Hopefully they'll just behave. But anyways, I just want to say that it was not until after I got help and I started to focus on myself and my health and well-being and started to go to therapy and realized there was life after estrangement that I started to get better, and I started to talk about me. And sometimes I see people in groups that write a 5-chapter story. There they go. 5-chapter story about what their children, stepchildren, estranged children, etc., are doing step by step. And I just have to say, I understand. I used to do the same thing. But just know, every time we discuss every single choice that our estranged child is making, it's like prolonging the inevitable. We are choosing to go through the pain over and over and over. And I'm just going to say, there's nothing I can do to change anyone. Not life, not death, not etc. A lot of people say, well, what happens if my parents pass away? Are my estranged children going to come around? From my experience, mine did not. My youngest daughter sat across from me, adjacent to my grandmother's lap when she was passing away. My grandma was 100. She was in her home, passing away in the bed that we had brought downstairs for her so she could pass peacefully. Youngest daughter came in the room, sat across from me, and did not say a word to me. There was no hug, no embrace, no I'm sorry. My youngest daughter and my oldest estranged daughter also came to the funeral, and they were told, hey, go say hi to your mom. And they said, you know what, we don't have to, we're adults. So there is nothing we can do to change our estranged children. We can't make them stop doing what they're doing. That is on them. All I know is I am responsible for me, myself, and I am responsible for my household. All I know is I have a different idea of what a relationship is, what love is, what value is, and what my self-worth is. And all I know is that I'm begging everyone, please let go of your estranged children. If you want to write them letters, write them, put them in a memory box, save them, burn them, whatever you have to do. But the longer you focus on them, the less time you will have in this world to do the things you really love to do. So whatever you have to do to break free, please do it, and I'll be back.